The morning of our marriage registration, the groom bolted. Cornered, I yanked the nearest deity of disaster into the breach. Get over here and sign. I slanted an eye roll at him, my congenital nemesis. For 23 years I'd treated him as subhuman. After the wedding he returned the favor and tormented me without mercy. Can you chill for 2 days? I groaned. Zoe, saving your strength for that damned white moonlight of yours? Not happening. He whined like a rabid dog at my ear. Before we continue, subscribe to this channel and tell us in the comments where you're listening from. Nobody knows Blake better than I do. Right now, for instance. He's here to gloat. Our princess finally got dumped, congratulations, karma exists. Exactly what I expected. His flashy banana yellow Ferrari screeched to a stop in front of me. The window slid down, revealing that headline-hungry face of his. Those naturally flirtatious eyes were born to ruin hearts. I couldn't be bothered, glancing away. Hurry up and get inside to file. A surge of foul fire shot to my skull, crackling through my reason. The weather's turned, time for the Jiang Empire to crack. At dawn I stood punctually outside city, waiting for my perpetually late fiancé, Jason. Today was our registration day. Buzz. Buzz. Jason's phone jittered on the counter a third time, a dying bee, grating on every nerve. Aren't you going to answer? I swallowed a breath. The crisp white shirt should have been my favorite look, instead it twisted my stomach. Battling nausea, I smiled at him. Yet the pen hovered, refused to land. 1 second. He lifted the phone, the cold glow lit the sudden rigid line of his jaw. He flicked a glance at me, unmistakable panic flashing. Brianna, what's wrong? He turned away, voice hushed, urgency bleeding through. Don't cry, don't be scared, I'm on my way. Call ended. He didn't even have the guts to face me. Zoe, a friend, she's had a depressive episode, hospitalized, it's bad. I'll explain later. Depression, and it flares today of all days? I snorted. Jason, step out that door and this engagement is null and void. Zero sentiment, zero hesitation, scumbag nibbling from 2 bowls. This marriage had been Jason's plea in the first place. Pity he'd already buried a bomb on his side. Zoe, stop the drama, our wedding's in a month. Wait for me, I'll be right back. Sunlight framed his sprinting pause, he actually looked relieved, as if my tantrum amused him. Jason ran. I sat there feeling like I'd swallowed a fly. The clerk spoke gently. Vance, what should we? No problem, help the next couple. I'll be back. Pity pooled in her eyes, I'd become the jilted woman. I gave her a reassuring look, the sympathy only grew. And I would be back, my ready-to-be work-like-a-donkey candidate was parked outside. The runaway? He'd never been the one I intended to marry. He leaning against his car was impossible to miss. Morning sun climbed straight into rush hour. Anyone with taste slowed for an eyeful. I found it mortifying. Blake, you've got 3 seconds. If I hadn't run 800 mental laps and concluded he was the only viable groom, I wouldn't poke this hornet's nest. Zoe, begging requires manners. He stayed put, grin widening. I don't indulge him. I lifted my phone and pretended to dial. Hi, I've got a Zoe, planning to burn the bridge before you cross it? He hurtled over, slapped the phone away, checked the blank screen, and rolled his eyes. Fun? I giggled and snatched it back. Loads. Clock ticking, I hauled him inside. We landed exactly at the same clerk's window. The 20-something girl clearly lacked fresh scandal training. Miss Vance? The very one. Back for your number, let's do this. I handed over the documents. Photos and papers were ready, the process flew. 2 red booklets emerged, piping hot. See congratulations to the happy couple. The clerk's hands trembled. Thank you. Here, wedding candy for the office. He played along, my eyeballs nearly detached. Where did you get candy? Unlike some, I prepped. Details sell the lie. I scanned the room. Had Theodore planted a spy? Sound logic. Fine, you've earned your banquet promise. Quick payback, Zoe. His lashes drooped, expression unreadable. I never like owing favors. I helped dish out candy, even bribed random passers-by in case any reported to Theodore. Come on, Grandpa's waiting at the hospital. He casually looped an arm around me. Hands to yourself. I slapped him away. Practice now or you'll freeze when Theodore's watching. Good point. That punk Jason, how dare he do this to you? I gave Blake the sanitized highlights of Jason's latest stunts. Drama switch on, Blake delivered. Theodore, if you must blame someone, blame me. Don't fault Zoe. I've loved her since we were kids. Honestly, I'm grateful to Jason. If he couldn't see Zoe's worth, I wouldn't be here. Please give me this chance. Wow, speech finished. Theodore was a soggy mess. Oscar level. Quit the CEO gig, I'll fund your film. Thanks, but I prefer being the financier. Maybe our whispered closeness touched him. Theodore wiped a tear. It was my stubbornness that hurt Zoe. Fine, your lives, your call. I'm too old. I swallowed a laugh and conjured a pout. Grandpa, it's okay. Jason doesn't love me, I don't blame him. I'm happy now. Theodore's lucid window shut, he drifted off. What do you mean happy? You actually enjoy life with Sterling. In the corridor Blake grumbled. No wonder you and Sterling clash. Can't butter up the elderly? Expect a scolding. Doubt it, throw a wedding feast for 3 days. This was our normal banter, today we'd stood closer for Theodore's sake, nothing more. So when do I get a public title? Proximity's price, he now had me by the collar. Hey, paper-only deal, remember? I smacked his hand away. His fair skin flamed red. Backtracking, Zoe? Recall your promise. Fine, have it your way, we're stuck for now. I climbed into the car, half day's work, might as well finish the shift. Tap tap. I rolled the window down. Pick you up tomorrow for the bridal shoot? A wedding still had to happen, this time with the same groom. Fine. Decided where you'll stay, back at the ancestral mansion or Sterling? Neither. I was feeling reckless. I left Blake in a cloud of exhaust. Back at Moon I pored over the file Luna had given me. 3 months ago I'd discovered Jason was cultivating a flower. A vine clinging to the Vance family tree. The Jangs were small fry, but sharing the same compound masked the disparity. Grandpa Jiang had once taken a bullet for Theodore on the battlefield, my family never forgot the debt. 8 had flowed from that generation onward. By the time it reached me, the projects we'd seeded were countless. But Jason's father was useless. The two families still saw each other often, and Jason passed for bright enough. I respected appearances, he indulged me on the surface. The marriage had seemed acceptable. A solid prenup would keep him from making waves. Turns out he'd nursed bigger ambitions. Dreaming of seizing Vance by swallowing me whole, delusional. Yet the girl was still on my payroll. So, Luna, fire the girl. Smuggle her in, smuggle her out. Some people overestimate the size of their face. Confidence is a virtue, overconfidence courts disaster. Zoe, that's too far. The door slammed. A miscalculation, I'd forgotten to change the code and let a rabid dog in. What exactly did I do that's so terrible? I swirled my crystal flute. Oh, you mean kicking your little sweetheart out of my company? You're talking nonsense. His wavering voice was almost funny. Brianna, 22, UIBE Secretarial Studies, Strategic, fast-tracked past probation. Jason, how dare you plant someone under my nose? The blue folder cracked against the glass tabletop. Zoe, you've got it wrong, he said, suddenly gentle, moving closer. I twisted away. She's a poverty grantee from the Sunrise Fund, top grades. We pick a few every year, right? he crowded nearer. Only then did it hit me, he thought I was jealous. Jason, remember what I said this morning? I shoved him off. Zoe, stop this. Tomorrow we'll register, then try on the gown. Mom says it's already here, she flew to Paris herself. Don't hurt her feelings. I caught the flicker of panic in his eyes. You know me, Jason. I keep my word. I can stomach a loveless marriage, mutual convenience. But I won't keep a traitor within striking distance. You're drunk. A flustered lie, I laughed. You know my tolerance. He'd tried to take advantage only days ago. The engagement was Theodore's call, you can't back out. Jason lunged. I slapped him aside. My mouille isn't for show. Grandpa knows the wedding's off. Disturb him and deal with the fallout. You can't do this to me. His stare iced over. Whatever you did to me, I'm returning. Come near me again and I'll beat you every time. I let the insinuation hang. Whether he understood was up to him. Deflated, Jason grabbed his coat and stalked out. Zoe, open up. Blake? Thought you weren't fetching me until tomorrow morning. You said you'd think about it. I choked, annoyed, and reached for the door. Let me in first. Question mark. I eyed him. I reasonably suspect you of hidden motives. Knowing him, he was already plotting. Correct. I blinked. That honest today? Sure. I'm moving in. I'd almost prefer the backstabbing. You're bored stiff? This place is an hour from Midtown. Commute won't kill you? He grinned like a fox. Not your worry, the boss's son has perks. Note, you're merely the son. Thanks. Nepotism still counts. I failed to block him, he slipped inside. Guest rooms down the hall. Got it, his voice floated back. The first few days of marriage he felt off. Same schedule, office, meetings, proposals. Yet he clung. He'd linger at Vance all afternoon under the guise of joint projects. During the bridal shoot he brushed my arm, straightened my veil. Blake, are you trying to cop a feel? I whispered. Perfect, groom tightened that arm, couple closer, the photographer boomed 10 yards away. See? I'm just a puppet. I pursed my lips, something felt wrong. Wrap this up and grab dinner, he murmured, breath hot against my ear. What are you craving tonight? I mumbled, Theodore wants me to drop by. I'll come steady the old man's nerves. A shiver ran through me, the meal felt portentous. Maybe another time, his arm locked around my waist. Zoe, crossing the bridge then burning it? Here we go again. Fine, I'll pick you up later? Amusement lit his face. I suppose I'll allow you to chauffeur me. I snorted. Allow? Can't wait, princess. His smile softened, the man was genuinely handsome. No wonder people say when his almond eyes turn gentle he looks lovingly even at a stray mutt. Yes, that gaze, bride and groom eye contact, perfect match. Maybe it was the sunlight, my ears burned. Vance, Kyle is waiting in the lounge. Let him wait. Kyle, my cousin, mom's sister's son. Theodore had only daughters. The empire stayed in family, no outsiders. My mother took the helm, my aunt chased stardom, married a B-list actor, bankrolled his Oscar. She aged from ingenue to vintage vase. 8 years ago my parents died in a plane crash on Route 20's deal. Kyle and I were minors, my aunt was useless, so Theodore came out of retirement until I took over last year. As for why Kyle wasn't chosen, bang, the office door flew open. Sorry, Vance, I'll call security, Luna said, mortified. No need. Leave us. Zoe, wire me $5 million. A casino zombie forfeits the right to speak. Last month's quarterly dividend and salary weren't bad for you. Head of strategic, equity payouts, well over $100,000 a month. That chump change? I'm no beggar. Kyle, when I deal with beggars I call security. You wouldn't dare. Watch me. I stared him down. Zoe, that seat should have been mine. The joke of the century. Yours? When you were acting CEO, 30% of the group's project funding almost dried up, and the board drove you out like a stray mutt. That was you, wasn't it, Vance? Guess why I'm the only one they still call Vance. Zoe, you piece of work. No wonder Jason doesn't want you. A woman like you will never win anyone's heart. You'll crash and burn. Kyle slammed his fists on the desk until it rattled. Men always treat their affection like some priceless gift, as if loving you is charity, and withholding it means you should beg. Neglect them and it's your fault. Grab the fortune they covet and you're the thief. Then I sincerely thank him. His rage is just the tantrum of a brat who couldn't cheat me out of my share. Kyle, you're not getting a single dollar today. Walk out now, or leave the Vance group altogether. I'd meant to leave him a sliver of dignity until the final reckoning. Zoe, don't forget, I hold equity. Equity is all you have. If Grandpa hadn't thrown you a safety net, you'd already be out on the curb. Oh, wait. I circle the desk and stop in front of him. Even the equity isn't yours, it's Aunt's. I smirk. Zoe. Kyle's trash, I knew he'd swing. I drive my knee into his gut. Years of booze have dulled his reflexes, he never sees it coming. Luna, have security haul him out. I hit the speed dial for my executive assistant. Watching Kyle's back recede, the last scraps of nostalgia evaporate. Grandpa adored both daughters, so he spoiled us equally. Even when Aunt rebelled and struck out on her own, he didn't cut her off, he funneled resources after her. Kyle and I were raised together in the ancestral mansion, a pack of kids roaming the courtyard, thick as thieves. Spring firecrackers, chilled plum soup in summer. Grandma forbade me too much cold, only half a bowl, so Kyle always sneaked me another. Yesterday, though, is a closed account. Zoe, where are you? I'm dead. I mutter a curse, I got buried in work and forgot. Blake, let me explain. I lost track of time. Try lying to my face. He's pouting. I scoop the files into my bag and sprint out, only to collide headfirst with a wall of muscle. Squishy warm. Oh. It's Blake. Ouch. Zoe, you a battering ram? Charge much? He rubs his chest. I didn't expect you here. Rushing to collect his highness. I whimper at the bruise blooming on my forehead. Breathe. Hurt that bad? Let Big Bro massage it away. His fingers brush my skin. Get lost. I slap his hand away. Move. How'd you even get upstairs? Luna gave me a master key, his mood flips like a switch. When did you change the gate code? I'm yanking the car door open, half listening. Nothing. He stares out the window, I shrug, mystified. Grandpa hates hospitals, the next day he checks himself out. Miss, the Jangs are inside chatting with the old master, Uncle Zhang texts the second I park. Barely discharged and they swarm in, efficient vultures. We give them an inch and they camp on our lawn. He catches the message. Not going in? You want to? I picture Mr. and Zhang's double act, one friendly, one fierce, brainwashing me as a kid. Zoe, he narrows his eyes, are you trying to keep me out? His stare raises goosebumps. How did he grow even creepier? Of course not. I'm begging you, please, come in. I push the door open, the room is buzzing. Grandpa holds court in the armchair, face painted with nostalgia. If sentiment still binds him, constant reminders of the old days are a weapon, especially for a war hero who once carried brothers through fire. I tug his sleeve. Speak as little as possible. Friendly fire hurts. Roger that, Commander, his breath scalds my ear, I shiver. Grandpa, I'm home. Even iron-willed CEOs have to act at family gatherings. Zoe, sit by me. Jiang beams, arms wide to hug me into her cloud of perfume. I let her, though we met last week. Auntie Chase, missed you. I coo. There. She notices. Why, Auntie? You're married now, silly girl. She taps my nose playfully. I step back, catching Grandpa's scowl. Wouldn't be proper without Jason, right? I smile, sliding to Grandpa's side. Xiao Xiao's just running late, I texted him. Jiang reins the talk back. Zoe, time to fit the wedding gown I flew in from Paris. I almost laugh aloud. She shopped the shows on my supplementary card under the guise of gown hunting. So thoughtful, Auntie. I have a gift for you too, delivery tomorrow. Oh, you shouldn't, she gushes, eyes gleaming. We'll see if you can stomach it. While we trade pleasantries, Jiang spots Blake leaning in the doorway. Why, if it isn't Blake, here to see the old master. He greets him smoothly. Good afternoon, Uncle Jiang. He hauls out more shopping bags. Where does he stash this stuff? A pocket dimension. Health supplements for Grandpa, Uncle Jiang accepts them. He closes ranks beside me. Grandpa grumbles, stop bringing junk. Buy something for Zoe instead of buttering up an old fossil. Can't do that, sir, first formal visit. He lifts a lacquered box from the bag. Found this medal in our alma mater's archive. Thought you might enjoy it. Grandpa shoots him a glare, then opens the box. I tug his cuff. Where'd you conjure that? I have my ways. He still insists on whispering against my ear. Shout out to his exec assistant Zhang, the human vending machine. Jiang senses static. Our Zoe and he are still thick as thieves, 3 families should socialize more. He side-eyes her. Appreciate the invitation, Auntie. Good kids. Look, your grandma and me at Lake Waban, still have the photo. Curiosity pulls me over. Western suits, plain kipayos, picture perfect. You two head home. No dinner for you tonight, it's family only, Grandpa waves them off. Age hasn't blunted command, decades at the top make words sledgehammers. But, sir, we're the family, Jiang stalls, clutching his hand. Auntie, behave, Blake blocks her path. Family? With you lot? Grandpa's snarl sends her reeling. Sir, you're confused from illness. Zoe and Xiao Xiao already did their marriage registration, of course we're kin. Registration? Grandpa roars. That brat abandoned my girl at city to chase some floozy, and you still dream of marrying into the Vances? Still weak, I step between them and Jiang. Please, have a seat, ma'am. Jiang loomed behind her, face thunderous yet impotent. Behind every woman driven to hysterics stands a man who's strong and silent. Zoe, how is this possible? Jason told me you two already filed the marriage registration. He even showed me the certificate. Did he? He had planted himself behind me like a wall. I shot him a warning glance, something in my gut said he was about to do something outrageous. Ma'am, he lied to you. We broke up, the certificate you saw is fake. Our families can still visit, but I will never marry him. Zhang's fingers dug into my arm. Impossible. You're our daughter-in-law. You can't escape. Realizing how that sounded, she added, all those years of history, how can you just toss them away? Aunt Chase, I call you Aunt out of respect. Do some homework on Jason's conduct before you lecture me. I rarely show her coldness, I wrenched free, adding force to the push. Uncle Zhang, see the guests out. Zoe, the Jiang family has treated you well, how can you do this to us? Treated me well? Zhang's authority wouldn't tolerate being trampled. I hadn't meant to rip the mask off today, but there was no point keeping it on. So I would grind his self-righteous face into the carpet. From kindergarten onward, Jason's tuition, study abroad trips, every dollar came through me, you never paid a cent. Anything I had, Jason got. When I went overseas, he tagged along. Of the Jiang portfolio, at least 50% are projects Vance seeded or won using the Vance name. All these years of profit, the kickbacks, I've kept the receipts. Tell me again how you treated me well? It was the first time I'd laid it out in front of Theodore. I wanted him to see how rotten the Jangs had become. Theodore's silence was rare. For years he'd demanded we treat them like parents. Now, finally, he shut up. Uncle Zhang, bring a blood pressure med. I worried the old man couldn't take it. He stepped up without being asked and coaxed the pill into Theodore's mouth. I kept dropping bombs. You put Kyle up to it too, didn't you? Question after question left the Jangs choking on air. Slander, pure slander. Zhang's face was purple with rage or shame. Old man, your family looks down on us despite my father's loyalty. Back to ancient history. A flicker of emotion crossed Theodore's eyes. Still think the Vance family hasn't given enough? I planted myself in front of him. We remember your kindness, but it isn't a license for you to do as you please. If your greed continues, I'll pull every Vance investment. Uncle Zhang, escort them out. Zoe, you reckless girl, karma will find you. The Vance name is disgraced with you in it. Even outside the door, Jiang wouldn't shut up. Zoe, magnificent. When their footsteps had faded, Blake wrapped his arms around me from behind. The scent of cedar folded over me, strangely comforting. You've wanted to do that for ages, he murmured. Theodore's voice was low, heavy with exhaustion. I was trembling, but I turned and stood firm. Grandpa, the Jiangs have been bleeding you dry. Guilt flickered across his aged face. They're not without hardship. If they'd stopped earlier, I would have let it go, but their appetite is too big. I knew he understood, an old fox like him keeps his own spies. Rest now. I'll come back tomorrow. Go ahead, Zoe. I back you, whatever you do. The suffocating air pressed on me, I didn't look back. Grandpa, I'm taking her home. Go. Take care of her. I strode out, he said goodbye and caught up. Left your bag, reckless imp. Zoe, if you need to cry, Master Sterling's shoulder is on loan. Inside the car it was pitch black, he killed the lights, leaving only moonshine. As a kid I had to win at everything, my mother was a powerhouse. If I came in second, I'd cry in secret. He was my shadow, no matter where I hid, he'd fish me out. Zoe, stop crying. Zoe, keep bawling, and you're a puppy. Zoe, next time I'll let you win. Yet now he was urging me to cry. Blake, are you a tapeworm? I croaked. I'm offering comfort and you call me, he stopped himself, probably out of pity. Fine, you're intestinal parasite. Something softened inside me, I hadn't felt this unguarded in ages. Count the relatives by blood, ended up with 0. Theodore demanded perfection, run the company like mom. Aunt and uncle dine on dividends, milking every connection. Kyle only thinks of cashing out. Blake, can I trust you? If not me, who else? He dabbed my eyes with a tissue. Little kitten. Moonlight made his gaze glitter, those peach blossom eyes could look devoted to a stray mutt. Whatever, I was the one they were aimed at. Blake, I want to kiss you. Not a question, an announcement. Then kiss, MMPH. I jerked back, might have bumped his tooth. Why retreat? Come here, Zoe, I'll teach you. He lifted me over, breath hot against my ear, I shivered and shrank. I leaned back against the steering wheel. He yanked me close. Zoe, do you like me? In the white moon his eyes held only me. A fox spirit of a man. I nodded, bewitched. He chuckled and kissed me. Maybe it was the night chill, next morning my head ached. Morning, Zoe, his grin was pure sunshine. Morning, morning. I panicked a little. But I'd done nothing wrong, I hadn't touched a drop, I remembered everything. Wait, why are you in my bed? Because you clung to me, sobbing for me not to go. He sounded utterly certain. Impossible. I blurted. He'd expected that. Blake, don't leave. He played the voice memo, brows raised cockily. Dear God, apparently I babble even when sober crying. I scrambled out of bed. He hauled me back and pinned me down. Zoe, love em and leave em? Somewhere along the way his boyish voice had matured, honey over steel, irresistible. No such thing, I protested. Then why run? I surrendered, covering my face. Because I'm mortified, okay? Okay, more than okay. He laughed, pulling my hands away. I squeezed my eyes shut. A soft press on my lips. Morning, wife. I hid my flaming face, heart ricocheting. Vance, President Jangs Jason is asking for you. Send him up. I'd been expecting this. Luna, wary, brought security with her. They glared at Jason. The moment he saw me, hatred filled the gaps where his bravado had been. Zoe, what the hell do you mean? He hurled the dossier. I sidestepped. Security slammed him to the carpet, and I walked over. Jason, baring your teeth, you really do look like a stray mutt. Zoe, you dare feed me a fake investment proposal? Dark circles ringed his eyes as he glared. Did I? Wasn't it your dear pal Kyle who handed it to you? Smiling, I returned to the sofa, ready to enjoy the show as he lost his mind. He finally understood. You knew all along. Only 6 months ago I had finally chewed through the old guard and seized real control of the company. One sweep and I found the place riddled with corporate parasites, holes everywhere. The fattest parasite was none other than my good-for-nothing cousin. Zero executive talent, ambition scraping the stratosphere. Jason crooked his back, cooed a few compliments, and Kyle handed the deal over. At that moment I realized I could let the Jiang family swell, greed blinds a snake. And the farmer always dies cuddling it. My aunt bawled and stamped, even Sterling got muddled, and Kyle stayed. I played the obliging friend, park him in project incubation. Still useless. 2 drinks and he was signing away everything. So what if I knew, what if I didn't? I answered, sipping coffee. You really are clever, you knew exactly where to start gnawing at Vance, even conned yourself a chunk of equity. I stepped forward, pinched his chin hard. Jason, the smart ones trip on their own brains, you just rushed the fall. Had he moved slower, I would have needed more time. Rushed? Impossible, it was flawless, he mumbled. Luna, bring him in. I didn't even look up, towering over him. Knock knock. I smiled, still the considerate knock. Brianna. Brianna. You betrayed me. Jiang, you invented all your feelings yourself. I eyed her with clear approval. You wanted status and wanted to be coddled, 2 things at speed. Sterling really had sponsored Brianna. Top students never escape my notice. We'd exchanged letters since her senior year in high school. We hadn't even managed to meet in person when Jason picked her first. He'd spent his life cowering under the Vance umbrella, forever bending to me. He wanted to grow his own flower, but wouldn't plant the seed, just grab mine. Constant harassment for weeks. So I found Brianna, revealed who I was, asked her to act in a play. Her salary? Vice president at a new subsidiary, someone grounded, someone I raised, someone I trust. After that everything went exactly as he wished. And none of it was Jiang escorted her into Vance, I signed the pass. Quietly. Zoe, you ruthless, self-serving woman. Selfish, scheming, domineering, heartless, all because I refused to gift-wrap everything he dreamed of. I lifted a hand. Luna, call Chase, start the police report. The Jiang family's investments detonated, the clan collapses. I will reclaim every lost equity share, every stolen dollar. And that half-awake kid who misused corporate funds should be checked in somewhere. These past days he has turned weird. He keeps sticking to me. Once his feelings clicked, even bedrooms stopped existing. Adult understanding, you could say. But lately he's gone overboard. Blake, give it a rest, I'm on empty. Exhausted, I curled beneath the sheets. Zoe, you went radio silent this afternoon, everything okay? Tomorrow at 3 I'd like to walk you through the case details. The phone buzzed. I peeked, started to reply, Blake called me back. Got your energy back, message machine, he growled, chewing my shoulder in sulky silence. Annoyed, I pushed him away. Blake, what's wrong with you? This isn't like you. He froze, then pinned me flat in one breath. Stillness, a damp warmth touched my earlobe. Hey, Blake, why are you crying? My heart melted. I tried to turn him over, he resisted, I gave up. Don't see him, he choked. Slowly I texted back a question mark. Who? Then it clicked, he's my hired lawyer. He nipped my lip, no force, just a kitten sting. He's still in love with you. I saw it. My brain blue screened. At the club, the way he looked at you, off. Also, downstairs cafe yesterday, you two were laughing like old lovers. A hiccup. Zoe, do you think I'm stupid? Your fallback toy you toss when you're done? Use the bridge, burn the bridge, swap the shiny new for the worn. He remembered the old saying. Or swap the worn for the old. All honeyed and pitifully cute, I burst out laughing. Turns out he's jealous. I've met Chase twice, and both times he was there. Blake, I coaxed, tugging his head like bending rebar, look at me, let's talk. Still fighting. I flipped, brushed a trail of kisses across his cheek until he finally stared back, eyes red. Blake, the only one I love, truly, insanely, is you. He short-circuited, gears frozen mid-spin. I pressed on. Chase is just counsel. He went abroad years ago, we parted because directions split. It was polite. Talking about then, my throat tightened. Chase was gentle, always giving, but I never unlocked the door in my chest. A lover can survive only so long without a heartbeat answering. At the thought I pecked Blake again. Love that gate crashed my life is heady stuff. He came back an expert, why not use him? I teased. He huffed and nipped my bottom lip. I coughed a laugh, back then I'd trumpeted our romance to the world. He hadn't missed the broadcast. The scarf he wore yesterday, you knitted it, he whined. Sigh. And I asked you what color. I hadn't known what gift to choose, I asked the closest confidant around. Enough. I only love you. I can't erase history, okay? My future, then, lock that down. Red-rimmed eyes wide, bedside lamp smudged to watercolor, but his gaze gleamed. Deal. I kissed him hard. Next day I never met Chase in person, Luna handled him. Yet for once Chase overstepped. Why not? I thought a moment. Because I don't want my husband unhappy. He's always known I was married, I never hid it. But some people fear the world hasn't heard. By dawn he was bombing social media with our marriage certificate selfie, tagging Chase directly. Sterling and Vance imploded in gossip. I indulged him, parachuted a colossal red packet into the company group chat and harvested a skyful of congrats, Madam Sterling, love forever. I believe we will. Because I finally realized, he has loved me a long, long time. And considered himself family even longer. Thanks for listening to today's story. If you liked the video, please hit like and share with friends. We look forward to reading your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories. See you next time.